So you see, that's where the trouble began. That smile.
Wouldn't you?
That damn smile.
Woo!
Woo. I've got this tism to play with today. So chat, I have been pretty open and honest with my distaste for Reddit in general. I don't like the attitudes that it kind of bestows on people who use it. There's like a lot of moving pieces to this drama, so I'm going to kind of explain everything in a relatively comprehensive way. For those of you who don't know, Reddit is a message board where the users vote on posts in the message boards. It's either the original post or the comment section. They both sort of operate on this tiered thing of you click the like button essentially on it, and it promotes the post to the top. Now, obviously, this can lead to some pretty abhorrent personality types. Sort of this idea that the consensus is always right, the majority is always right, never go against the grain on these sorts of things. I think Reddit really fosters that kind of attitude with a lot of its users. And I've covered a couple of Reddit dramas, some of which are relevant to the topic of today's stream. So what is going on right now? I guess like the first place to go is to explain what r/place is. Now, r/place for a Reddit concept is actually a pretty interesting one. Now, this right here is it in its current form. It is a massive blob of white. The concept of it is you get a palette of pixels and you can post one pixel every 5 minutes and communities will collaborate to make various artworks. Right now it's set so that like the only thing that you can post is white. And thus the giant amorphous void has eaten this up. It's very bot prone, which is a little annoying and a little dumb. This was it right before the white showed up. You can go around and galvanize your community to go and, you know, fuck with people and make some fun things or whatever like that. One of the funniest things, though, was this was a way for people to settle beefs. However, it wouldn't be a Reddit thing if it wasn't for the ever-encroaching hand of the Janny. The Janny knows no fun. The Janny is degenerate. The Janny brings nothing but pestilence and decay to what would rather be a really kind of funny thing. So, for those of you who don't know, there are two tiers of moderation on Reddit. There are admins who are site-wide moderators for the website. They are paid by the company Reddit to do these things, and they have the top power. There's then the moderators of particular subreddits. Think of boards on 4chan, and the mods there have their own specific domain. Both mods and admins, but mods in particular are known for a lot of power-hungry behaviors, and they don't get paid for this. They do it for free. They dedicate this much time and this much passion into a freaking web forum. And it's not really even the web forum. They don't really care about the web forum. They care about maintaining their little fiefdoms of perceived power. What is Marzi? Because I'm naming the stream Marseygate. This is Marzi. This is adorable. Marzi is apparently a clip art thing that's popular on Telegram and is made by like a Ukrainian artist or whatever who doesn't draw anything political. This is not the mascot of like a known political cartoonist. This isn't a stone toss sort of situation. This is just a guy who made a cute little cat. This cat, however, is prominent in two circles. One, apparently this is like popular in some fringe super right-wing community for like a couple of months. And primarily, the main reason why this cat is the subject of such controversy is that it has been unofficially adopted as the mascot of rdrama.net. rdrama.net is an offshoot of the r/drama subreddit, a subreddit that apparently famously went against the Janny tendencies of Reddit. Reddit would come in and they'd be like, you gotta moderate your posts somewhat better. But sometimes people want to embody the free spirit of saying fuck Jannies. So rdrama has its own website now that's 100% its own. They are not affiliated with Reddit anyway, so they do not have to adhere to the moderation standards of Reddit. They don't have to deal with any of that shit. This cat has been something that people were posting on r/place. So much so, in fact, that the official Reddit account responded to a blue checkmark Twitter post, specifically this one right here. There is Marzi right there. Reddit itself, the official Reddit account, sees this and they're like, yeah, that's cool. I'm all good with that. However, the jannies, specifically the moderators, not the admins, take particular umbrage with this cat. And these moderators who do it for free get added into some of Reddit's official things. Some of them got added in to the r/place thing. Now, generally, users can only post 1 pixel every 5 minutes. However, certain people have the ability to do it unlimited times. There's legitimate reasons for this, I would say. There were some people posting porn onto the r/place, especially in the wee hours. Amazingly, it took them like 4 or 5 hours to clean it up, but who cares? This cat drew the ire of a specific janny. So this is a time lapse of them watching this happen in real time. Because you also get your username posted on here. This is u/Chitor. And you can see this is where the Marzi image was, and just completely trying to draw over it, trying to make it so that people can't coordinate and so that, you know, people cannot draw or anything like that. This is 100% proof positive that official jannies on this subreddit event were doing this. Now, this was quickly noted upon people, and people quickly went to Reddit to post about this. And, well, anytime that you made a post about this, you would get manually deleted. And some people were banned for upwards of 15 years on Reddit for doing that. 15 years for asking, hey, Reddit moderators, this cat isn't really anything pornographic, and it's really not anything that's like recognized as the hate symbol. Let's see, this is what a Reddit admin said about this. What you're seeing here is some simple moderation tools we have available for admins at this event. A small number of us have been utilizing this in order to keep the canvas safe for everyone. While we understand some of you are concerned by this, we hope that you continue to enjoy the space for what it is. A chance for many of you to come together and create a beautiful scene. So this one didn't get a lot of engagement. This one, however, then why ban people for talking about it? Now, Reddit jannies don't just talk about their stuff on Reddit. They will talk about this in private little Discord things. This might have been coming in from a known sort of figure in Reddit, especially with janny things. Both dramas that we covered, considering Reddit, specifically the ones where moderators of several popular subreddits were specifically going after, like, demanding that Reddit, like, oh, you gotta tamp down on COVID misinformation or else we're gonna go private. All these porn subreddits really take COVID misinformation really seriously. As well as the Amy Chandler situation. Amy Chandler was a failed politician in the UK who got ousted from their political party after their father, who was a member of their like political team, got arrested for raping a 13-year-old. Now, Amy then moved to the US in disgrace and I guess got paid work as a Reddit moderator or whatever. However, they then also decided to abuse their tools as a moderator to permanently ban people that even linked web articles about the fact that their father was convicted as a child rapist. And the person that we're going to be taking a look at was prominent in all of these. Now, this is a person who has a little bit of a sordid history when it comes to Reddit. Now, it's also important to note that the person that we're talking about also viewed the anger that a Reddit moderator was using the mod tools to sweep under the floor things that really kind of paint them in a negative light as a transphobic witch hunt. They use that term pretty freely. Basically, this person who we're going to take a look at because they have also posted it about why they want the cat banned as a hate symbol. They generally tend to label these things as such to sort of obfuscate the reason why that they're doing it. It's mainly because people literally thumbed their nose at them and they got really mad about that. Because again, it's really not about promoting the safety of the community. It's about maintaining that illusion of power. that minor fiefdom of the internet where what they say goes and they get their way, and if you don't like it, then get banned. These posts are deleted, by the way. They're kind of still in full-on damage control, but they realized how fucking retarded that they sounded when they said this about this cute little cat. No, stop lying about what you know full well to be neo-Nazi dog whistle. No one is fooled by your fake pretense. No, you are very, very deliberately lying, and there's no reason to discuss anything with the likes of you ever. I'm not playing your game. Admin removed a neo-Nazi dog whistle. Nazis are butt mad. Liar, liar. Pretend you're angry elsewhere. You understand that a neo-Nazi symbol will be removed. Don't lie to us. It gets worse, though, because Mallory goes into the lion's den with how fucking butt mad they are. Nothing says that you are in control, that you are cool as a cucumber, and that you are totally not the one who is mad, than going on to the website who has co-opted this as their mascot, who specifically says fuck jannies and thumbs their nose at pearl-clutching retards, and don't really have any sort of political bent to them, then going on to their website to say this. Seeing how obsessed you are with me gives me an erection. They were posting this because their Slack got released, and they proceeded to post even more insane unhinged shit on their Slack. Marzi says, and you should be really, really careful with what kind of neo-Nazi narratives you spread on my Slack. Isn't that an okay symbol? I have absolutely zero patience for the absolute bullshit manufactured controversy that insists an admin is doing their fucking job at removing a neo-Nazi dog whistle, did anything wrong, is cheating, which even hits at condoning or joining hate mobbing a site admin for doing their fucking job when removing hate speech. By the way, when it comes to doing their fucking job, I want to also segue into another admin, Bardfin, who has a wonderful little tactic that he employs to get rid of offending subreddits. To which Venu, who embodies our attitudes as watching the shit show, what the fuck are you talking about? Sir, this is a McDonald's? What are you doing? You're not going to fucking taunt me on my own Slack with neo-Nazi hate mobbing. Marzi the cat is originally a Telegram emoji pack, which sometime last year was co-opted by neo-Nazis as a dog whistle. Listen, I think I'm a very politically minded person, and I'm a little hip with things that happen on poll every once in a while. Have you ever heard of this adorable little cat before today? Again, it is worth noting that they commented on the specific subreddit that they probably brigaded to get removed off of Reddit, and they moved on to here. You see this little dancing Marzi, like they have 100% co-opted this as their. It's not really a neo-Nazi co-option as much as it is an R-drama co-option. Now, granted, if you thumb your nose at the jannies, you are essentially part of the Fourth Reich. You only have yourself to blame, but this is still a little schizo-posty. As soon as it was posted on r/place, it was destined to be removed for the same reason a swastika will be removed. Can you imagine how unhinged you have to be to equate a little cartoon cat to a fucking swastika? Attacking someone for doing their job and taunting me! Oh, there we go. Now we understand what the real problem is. They're not respecting your authority. When I stand up for someone upholding the site-wide content policy against hate speech, and by directly referencing rdrama.net and Kiwi Farms calling her my favorite admin is crossing a line. This is them talking about Amy. Amy Chander was an innocent woman who desperately removed any mention of the fact that she employed her father, who raped a 13-year-old girl, did nothing wrong. Yeah, I do somewhat agree. They're not necessarily politically charged. They're just assholes. But they definitely lean a lot more to the right-wing hate sphere. No, they just have a anything goes policy when it comes to speech, which You know, is Reddit speak for super neo-Nazis? It's one of those, do it ironically. Oh god, this is the people that find the iDubbbz meta-irony thing insightful instead of schizo posting. The swiftness with the response and the docs is I'm sorry that they did get docs for that. That sucks. Rdrama.net on figuring out how I follow the content policy. No shit, I follow the content. No, you just make shit up and then apply it to the content policy, Janny. No one's fucking fooled by this. This is why I always tell mods to never say anything that could be taken the wrong way when out of context. On Reddit, I would never say die mad about it, go to bed mad about it. Dude, how cucked are Reddit Jannies? Holy shit. Kiwi Farms and DramaNet organized this, likely the same people using both sites. It's not surprising at all, not one little bit, that the people participating in this lost their accounts. It's also exactly right that they did. People that organize... Now, again, they're not talking about people that, like, dox the mod. They're talking about people that drew a fucking cat. A pixel art cat on an image board. That is what they should have gotten banned for. It is 100% justified that they got banned for that. You get banned. You get banned. And that's why they posted on here, and they subsequently did not post on here afterwards because they realized that they don't have any perceived power here. They're not in their little domain. That's Mary handling this. I want to take a look at Bardfin. Now, Bardfin is a little bit more of a high-profile person. I believe that they are a convicted domestic abuser, and they are also a deadbeat father who hasn't paid on their child support. They're saying that the harassment has become criminal, which it probably isn't. Yes, I also help mod AHS. No, AHS is not permissible vigilantism. What is AHS? AHS is a subreddit called Against Hate Subreddits. Basically, any Reddit that doesn't toe the party line gets immediately brought up on here. And, well, let's just say that Bardfin in particular engages in some unsavory practices when it comes to getting rid of subreddits that they don't like. Now, this right here is a correspondence between them and another person who made a video about this subject. This is Bardfin. Bardfin also goes by Penny. Ah, nice. Great job. They're absolutely melting down on Reclassified right now. Hey, sorry to hear about your dogs. Hopefully nothing bad happens. It's quite frustrating constantly being bombarded with calls, but honestly, it's kind of funny knowing that Nazis hate me so much. At the end of the day, I know I'm in the right. Bardfin knows that they're in the right. We're going to see what people who are in the right do with things that they don't like. And that's all that matters to me. Working on some of the crypto subs like Consume Product and Coomer now. I'm sure I'll get another bomb of calls when they go down, but it'll be worth it. Yeah, keep up the good work. Their time here is numbered and they know it. So this is on September 12th, 2019. Fast forward 5 months. Let's see what they're posting now. Hey, what's going on, girl? You just encouraging posting illegal content? Huh? I'm not going to invite you to my Discord server and make friends so I can put comrades at risk. Come on, we're talking about CP here. You encouraged it. I watched you do it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So the people that ban this orange cat engage in unsavory practices such as abusing mod tools to get rid of it. So this is a video that has apparently been thoroughly scrubbed from the internet. This is the person who was talking to Bardfin, the person who was chimping out about the cat. And we're going to take a little bit of a listen on this.
This is going to be a hard video to make because I feel betrayed.
Is there supposed to be audio?
By people
oh, my headphones died.
I've grown close to over the past year and a half. People who helped me find my identity. People who I thought were just good-hearted and trying to fight to make the world a kinder place, but after seeing what I've seen recently, I just can't do this anymore. Things have gone way past the line of acceptable, and obviously by the title of this video you can tell I'm talking about Against Hate subreddits, known as AHS for short. If you're unaware, it's a large community on Reddit dedicated to exposing and taking down bigoted subreddits. It's been around for a while, but has grown exponentially in the past few years since more and more far-right subs have been popping up. I joined AHS just before $1 Million Extreme was banned, which at this point was, I think, about a year and a half ago, when I was...
So right now they're giving a detail as to like the thing that they're talking about. This person, they are 100% a Janny, but this is a Janny that kind of sees this autistic shitstorm and is like, hey, you know what? Maybe using CP to get rid of people we don't like is not a good idea.
Just getting into leftist politics and wanted to help out fighting against fascist propaganda online. So I thought reporting these subs would be a good place to start. So that's what I did. I started reporting subs, submitting examples of bigotry, and helping out to get these subs banned. After a few months, I started to get some name recognition in the community and was invited to a private Discord server. And I was like, great, now I can help out more effectively. I quickly found out that this server was being used to coordinate false flags on hate subs. It was pretty simple to do. Basically just monitor a hate sub to see when the mods were active, and then once we found the time, we would flood the subs with posts and comments that were obviously against site-wide rules in a time where they're less active. We'd report them all and hope that there was so much that it would overwhelm them and at least let some get through to make the admin step in and remove it and put the sub on their radar. So a lot of subs, like I think Stone Toss, Friendworld, Cringe Anarchy, basically all the big subs that went down we had false flagged. Even some of the more innocent subs like Boomer Grill, which weren't explicitly fascist but had a lot of the same users. I honestly found it pretty funny watching all the people that I hated and that I knew hated me getting pissed every time one of the subs would get taken down. And I
just want to highlight, the reason we're playing this video in its entirety is I want this person to set the scene of what a loathsome Janny they are. This is like the peak Keffels archetype, and this is what they do. This is 100% what they will do, specifically because the only joy that they take in life is through the misery of people that they don't like on the internet. But Bardfin engages in tactics that this person is uncomfortable with.
A time where I was very depressed, having some control over such a big website was sort of an ego boost. In this time, I made friends with the other users who eventually even helped me discover I was trans, so I was quite thankful for them, up until recently. Now we're here in 2020, and it has been far more difficult to get subs banned, because the hate sub mods have been learning how to more effectively deal with these raids, and the subs themselves.
Not that the mods aren't like doing their mod jobs and making sure that things don't go against the rules. They're specifically getting wise to the fucking Jannies that are constantly trying to get them flagged by posting stuff that they know will break the rules.
Themselves, I guess, being more crypto or less overtly hateful, instead making subs that appear mostly innocent on the surface, but once you look into it, it's very obvious. The raids weren't really working anymore, and to make things worse, one of the head mods of AHS had just been completely doxxed and was being harassed and sent death threats by users of these subs. The Discord was desperately trying to come up with a new plan while these hate subs were flourishing, and one day I woke up and found out Kuma was banned, and at first I was happy, because this is a sub we'd been trying to take down for a while. But then I checked the Discord and saw that
Literally all they do, they get into their little Discord groups, they try to Karen their way to getting their way, and they just cope and seethe and sneed.
an admin of the server had pinged everyone with a message along the lines of, "There's one guaranteed way to take down every sub. If you know, you know. Make sure you use a new account and VPN," or something like that. And they were also encouraging.
Now I understand the new account. What might the VPN be needed for?
Making a couple of posts or comments on AHS friendly subs, so AHS could say that it was just a really lazy false flag trying to get them in trouble. First I had no idea what this meant, but it clicked eventually. and I found out that Kuma and some other far-right subs had an influx of, and it disgusts me to even have to say this, but child pornography spammed on them shortly before Kuma got banned, and a lot of people in the server were laughing about it, despite it obviously not being funny. So I messaged the mod and said, what's going on? You just encourage posting illegal content. And she responded, I'm not going to invite you to my Discord server and make friends so I can put comrades at risk. So I replied, we're talking about CP here. You encouraged it. I watched you do it. I was then banned from the server and blocked. Now, obviously I'm not going to link any of the posts made on the subs, but there are screenshots floating around of remove edit that show just how much it was being spammed.
Now, this part right here is also important because I want to go into Bardfin's damage control. This sub loves 14 female birthday suit selfies, 15-year-old in the tub, 13-year-old ball sack. The thing that Bardfin was posting is a little different. It sounded a little. We'll listen to their cope a little bit later.
And I was in shock basically. I'm still kind of in shock. I just can't believe that a community that I've been part of and trusted for so long would go and do that. I can't believe that I encouraged these people. I can't believe that I shared the most vulnerable parts of me with them, only for them to turn around and do this. This is not okay. It's not funny. It's not cool. It was one thing to post content that...
I like the framing of this. They're talking towards their fellow Karens, their fellow, this needs to conform to my standards or it's not okay. And this should really go without saying, but you shouldn't have child pornography on your computer in an attempt to take down your enemies. It probably doesn't speak well on you. That's probably not good.
That looked like it belonged anyway, but I'm just disgusted. This is so much worse than the bigotry of those subs. That's at least something that you can take down with arguments, but there's no justification for this, and I don't want part of this anymore. I can't in good conscience continue to support what AHS does. From what I can tell, admins have been banning private subs recently anyway, so it seems like they're finally stepping up their game, and I think AHS will be far less needed regardless.
Listen, they don't have a problem with the community that, like, somehow generated an entire subsection of people that were okay with this. Like, this person calling this out is going against the grain of the majority. It gets worse, though. So let's take a look at Bardfin's response to this. Most of it's not interesting, but there's one really interesting thing about that. Because, you know, rationalizations are really bad when you try to rationalize heinous shit. There's a threshold where you're rationalizing abhorrent behavior that probably shouldn't be rationalized. And the mere fact that you're rationalizing it leads to some big problems. So they go into the details about how they got doxxed. Oh, I got death threats, hate speech. Woe is me, woe is me, woe is me. But let's get into the rationalizations, because that's the thing I want to take a look at. This part right here, those efforts failed and they burned through a lot of subreddits and accounts. When these efforts failed to get me to leave Reddit and failed to get me to stop moderating against hate subreddits and failed to get me to stop reporting hateful and content policy violating material to Reddit admins, they stepped up their efforts. Approximately 2 weeks ago, users of Tapeboard Central began photoshopping fake PMs from me to users and posting them to there. You can read about it here. An attempt to induce people to act on the doxed material published about me, to induce people to track me down to my home and assault me or murder me or my family, including swatting of me. That libel failed and it was shuttered. So then they went to their next step. Somebody posted a link to a photo hosted on a server somewhere in Eastern Europe to one of the now shuttered harassment subreddits. The photo was of a juvenile human female, Tanner stage 1, i.e. toddler, nude, standing in a pool of water. The child was not engaged in any sexual activity, and the photo in of itself wasn't sexual or sexualized. The photo itself was not in of itself child porn, and in of itself was not likely violate Reddit's content policy against sexualizing minors. But remember, chat, remember, this cute little cat, this is the real problem here, chat. This is the real problem plaguing Reddit, chat. This adorable little cat. This is adorable little cat. This is the real problem here. This is the real problem here. They are really, really, really going through a lot of hoops to try to convince you guys that the images that were posted, that I didn't post, by the way, I definitely didn't post them. But even if I did, that wasn't child porn. It was just a naked toddler that was sitting in a tub. Listen, Bardfin and Ross, they weren't looking for child pornography. They were just simply, they wanted to look at it because they thought it was cute or whatever. It's like cute cat and puppy dog photos or some shit. And then basically just saying, like, I didn't post it, but even if I did, it wasn't child pornography. I wanted to dig into a quagmire of Reddit autism and vileness. And I hope you guys enjoyed staring into the darkness of Reddit with me on that one.